Well, hello my friends.
Okay, so I'm pretty much ready to go in here and start parting this out, but I do have some checking going through here that I want to address at this point with a little bit of thin CA. Thin CA so it can saturate in there and keep it from spreading. This should be a pretty color on this piece once all said and done, especially around the bark area. So here's very basic of this type of a turning. And I'm going to take it in right about this line right here. That's where I will start coring it out. Make this flat over here and go inside. Make a receiver for a lid, nice and flat. So that's the bottom of my lid. And I'm going to do a little bit of reverse turning on this. Well, it's time to apply Minwax sanding sealer. Before I do that, I'm going to blow out all the sawdust from these crevices. Okay, back to this piece that's on the lathe. I've applied sanding sealer, and it's here. It doesn't look too bad. And it's time that I wet sand it. Wet sand it with 1200 grit wet dry. This is my typical way that I finish my pieces. The ones that I see that give me the best finish is by not skipping the wet sanding with 1200 grit. And it wouldn't have to be 1200 grit. It just happens to be what I have in my possession, so that's what I'm using. I didn't go out specifically and buy this. I bought this when I was working on my aquarium a long time ago, getting rid of scratch markers from the acrylic. So I had plenty of it. It's here. That's what I use. And all I'm doing with this is just breaking off any sort of bubbles or anything like that that's associated with sanding sealer. And I'm just using a spray bottle rather than dunk this in the water container that I used to have over here. So I decided to start spraying. Well, that should be good. And it's time to dry this up. Be right back. Okay. Remove any moisture you got on the piece. You know, I did very little sanding on this, and I feel that it's pretty good. But I want to try something. And I want to see if this will bring out anything further than what I normally get. Well, a couple of months ago, I got a message on Facebook from Glenn asking me if I would try his product, which is Yorkshire grit. I gotta tell you, the guy's got something going, because I think he's given one of these to every woods turner out there. And so far, everybody that has tried it has given great results. And I was hesitant, not because I don't trust that it will give good results, but because I didn't feel like I need to endorse telling you to go out and buy some product. But in all fairness to him, and all fairness to what I've heard other woods turners say about it, I'm going to test and see if in fact this enhances your woods turning. And again, if it does enhance your woods turning, where you require much less sanding, or if what I got becomes smoother than what it normally would with how much I've sanded up to now, which is, I skipped the 400, but I did very little 320 on this. And if in fact it does what it's claimed, then it's good investment to go out there and buy some. And if it does what everybody else has said, I will be one that perhaps I will buy some of this Yorkshire grit and start using it on a regular basis, because I don't like spending a lot of time sanding. That's number 1. And basically what it says is to send to 220 or so. And then go in there, start the lathe at a moderate speed, so 600 or whatever RPM, start it up, and start working it in. And I can tell you, this stuff feels gritty. It feels like automotive rubbing compound if you have used it. So it's gritty, and the theory is that you work it until it disappears from your work, where it's smooth to the touch. You don't have any more grit left. So I'm going to give it a shot. Let's see what it does. Then after that, I will still apply my regular finish, my OB shine juice. Well, I really didn't apply any back here. I only applied to the front, and I was trying to spread it out to the back, but I will apply a little bit to the back. Now this is not the best test for me to do it on, because I really can't get my hands in here while turning it to do the underside, but I can't do it no matter what I'm using. But I will put it in there and rub what I can, and then see. Well, I can tell you that whatever it does, it's putting a shine on my piece still before even applying the finish. Well, I can tell you, I am impressed with what it's done to this point. The real test will be my final finish, but I actually got something that's very slick. Very slick, something that I'm not sure that I've been getting with my 400 grit sandpaper. You know something, this is going to be such a nice piece that I don't want to leave this line here and broken up on the sides. I'm going to bring my tool rest in there and complete that line, because I believe that, and I will sand that as well, but I want to complete this line or take it off completely, one of the two. Okay, now I don't feel like there's a mistake here. Generally don't like 4 lines, I like 3, but I already had this one going through, so decided to put it in. It's time. Time to go in there with the OB shine juice. Oh, I gotta say, I am impressed with the finish on this. And I think I owe this finish to the Yorkshire grit. It's definitely something that I will be using. Not necessarily pushing it down your throat, but I will be using it on a regular basis, just like I use the OB Shine Juice, and just like I use my sanding sealer. This will be in my arsenal all the time. Thank you, Glenn Jr. Seymour Jr. I apologize, I didn't prep and come in here with the name in mind, and that's one of my biggest weaknesses, is remembering names. But you definitely have a worthy product, worthy of any wood turner out there to put it in his shed as his arsenal, just like you do any type of a face wax, whatever your preferred finish is. This is definitely belongs in there. And I'll put a link at the end of the video, and if you have a chance, check them out. I know that the initial idea behind the product was because the initial savings that you save over the Triple E, I believe, which I've never used, so I don't know, I'm not doing a comparison. And I probably would have never used this if it wasn't sent to me, and for me to take a look at it and to give it an honest opinion. But the honest opinion is, it's a beautiful product. It really is. It works better than I anticipated. Well, really, it's time to go in there and remove this. But I'm not going to remove the foot quite yet. I want to see what else I want to do with this piece. But here's the finish. Nice piece. It's about 1/4 of an inch thickness all the way, and I got it going down deep into the center, into the base a little bit. Not the shape of the base, but it goes in pretty deep. The bark looks really good. So, time for the next step. And let's see what the next step is on this.